Hello everybody, Mike Kahn here. I'm going to make a quick video about Art History 2. Art History 2 is a survey of Western art history that runs from the Renaissance to contemporary times. And it's mediated through a book, and the book is Jensen's Art History. I have my teacher's edition right here. This is a consolidated book or a combined book which has all the content from prehistory or early Paleolithic times all the way to contemporary times. You will use a slightly different book that's kind of a shortened version. But in terms of the content, this is the time from about the 1500s and what is modern day Italy. It would be in like Florence and Rome and Renaissance artists going up to contemporary times, and it follows Western civilization. There is an emphasis on these art history classes on Western civilization. And the reason why is because we, or Americans, if we say we, are part of that Western civilization. And so the idea is that in a humanities class, you want to study Western civilization to understand your own civilization. Now, of course, there's many other civilizations. There's many other types of art history. Art history is a huge kind of subject matter. It's not something that you can just cover in one class. That's why this class is broken up into two parts. So an important thing to note is that Art History 2 is not a more difficult version of art history. It's the second part of art history. So it's going from the Renaissance, or that time that just after the Gothic period, and then from about the 1500s or late 1400s all the way up to contemporary times. Now we won't get into the brand new art, but we will get up to modernism and some of the artwork from the 1980s and 1990s. Maybe I'll show some stuff from 2002. Anyway, this book, Jensen's Art History, or a History of Art Combined, I picked this book out for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's got some very nice images, which is great for an art history book. The images are fantastic in this book compared to other art history texts too. I have looked at Gardner's, and I've looked at some Adams. I've looked at some of the art history texts, and I prefer the images that are found in Jensen's. The other thing is the text, the writing seems to be just right. What do I mean by that? Well, academic writing can sometimes be difficult. And some of these textbooks will push in one direction or the other direction. So I found that some textbooks, it's a little too difficult for your beginning community college or your beginning, foundational level student, your freshman and sophomore level student. Now, some of you can read it and figure it out. Some of you, it might be a little dense, right? And there's certain textbooks where it's a little too difficult. This seems to be right in that sweet spot. It's the right amount of content, and the way that the language is written is accessible. There's some other textbooks that's on the other side. I think that is basically too easy. So I think this is a good text to work from. And in this class, you're going to be going through the different chapters, and there's some tests that correspond with the chapters, and they should line up directly to the book that you are purchasing. Now, whether you want to keep this book or let it go, that's up to you. A lot of people decide to keep the book because it's it has some really beautiful images, and maybe if you're in an art related career trajectory, meaning if you're thinking of being an artist or an art teacher or an art professor or a graphic designer, this is the type of book you want to keep because it can be a reference later on. You can use this in your career to reference art history or for ideas or just to provide context. All right. So welcome to the class. You're going to be going through different modules. There's some different videos to kind of guide you along. And I utilize some YouTube videos, some that I will create myself, like this one, and many videos that I find. Because there's some great content that's already out there, and I like to kind of mix it between things that I create myself and things that others have. My name is Mike Kahn. I'm the instructor for the art history class, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me at conm@iecc.edu. There'll be links in the webpage as well. Have a good semester, and thank you. Mike Kahn, bye.